I think people discerning why they're here, what their purpose is going to be more important than ever. And a large part of that discernment is, first of all, understanding your inherent dignity. But going beyond that is uniquely, what gifts has God given me, and what am I supposed to be doing with these gifts? And I think if you can answer that question, you're going to find this natural drive and energy to excel at that thing. And I think you're going to need that, because if you don't have that in the job market of the future, you won't succeed. Namely because, let me give you an example. When I do these talks, sometimes I talk to high school students, and it's inevitably someone asks me, I'm studying coding, I've dreamed of working in one of the big tech companies. Am I going to have a job in 2 years, right? And that's a tough question, because the honest truth is the companies are frozen hiring, and now they're doing layoffs. And if you look at, there's a famous chart on Indeed, which is the largest job posting board in the world. If you look at the chart, 2022 it peaked up, and if you look at base 2024, crash. And that's because coding is a unique space that AI will thrive, and just like STEM, and there's a bunch of complicated reasons for that, but every year AI is going to conquer a different discipline, slowly but surely. Some disciplines will be harder than others, and so if you're going to again, if employers have the options of working with a team of AIs or working with a human being, you have to bring something unique to that team. And so the people that learn to augment their skills and work with AI, to basically kind of maximize and heighten those skills, they're the ones who are going to get the jobs. And the ones who don't will probably be relegated to kind of a very small kind of job market. Not to say it's not important, but it would be a lot more difficult. And for a lot of people, especially if they're interested in STEM, they're going to find they have to learn how to work with AI tools. And if you're going to be like that 1% that gets those jobs, you have to be exceptional at it. Yeah. You have to be. It has to feel like it is your purpose in life. There's nothing else that you want to do. Hopefully, if you're married, the wife and the kids and things. But aside from that, this is what I want to do in my life. If you have that motivation, you'll probably find a place, at least in the foreseeable future, in the job. If you don't, those jobs won't be there. So I think the number one task of Catholic education is to help people discern what their gifts are and figure out how they can put them at the service of others and to glorify God. That's probably number one. And the second thing is then, I know what my gifts are. How can I ensure those gifts are going to be cultivated and optimized and maximized? And what tools do I have available to me to help me do that? And I think that's the second kind of role of a university. So that way, when you graduate these people, they're going in, they're making maximal impact on society. And I saw that's difficult, and I think it means that there's going to be less conventional jobs, but it doesn't mean that there won't be work to do in other domains. But I think that's just the reality. And I think to say anything other than that, I mean, you hear some people will say, nah, there's going to be more jobs because of AI, right? And then you have others say, no, there won't be any jobs. I think the truth is probably somewhere in between there. But I generally do think that AI and then embodied AI, which is robotics, which we spend a lot of time focusing on the disembodied AIs, which live in large supercomputers, but we forget about the robots, which are coming for blue-collar work. The AI systems may be coming right now. The current ones, the models that we're seeing are coming for STEM and white-collar work, lawyers and other things. But these robots are coming for blue-collar work. So this is not an issue that's only going to be for people that are able to get enrolled in universities. This is going to touch every aspect of society, and so everyone's going to have to kind of work through these issues and discern what are my gifts and how do I want to use them to serve others and glorify God. So I think that's something for a long time that's taken a back seat in education. It's all being about learn this curriculum so you can get into this university, so you can get a piece of paper which will allow you to get accepted to a job. Then you join the factory line, you work in there your whole life. And I think that paradigm is a little bit dystopian, and it's unfortunate that civilization has driven us to that. And I think we have an opportunity to liberate ourselves from that. But I think it's going to create a lot of maturity, and we're going to need someone to help us, shepherd us through this large period of transition. And I think that's the church. It's done it before, and I think we're needed to do it again.